For a wharikura.
Question number 8, the Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Yeah, my question's to the Minister for Crown Māori Relations. What are his priorities for the Crown Māori Relations portfolio?
Mr. Speaker, as the Minister, my priority is to strengthen and grow the relationship and partnership between the Crown and Māori now and into the future. An announcement on the final scope of the portfolio will be announced soon.
What is his understanding of the term Crown in the phrase Crown Māori Relations?
Mr. Speaker, the government.
Was that? I couldn't hear it.
The government.
The government.
Oh. Well, has it been a priority since he became the Minister to ensure that state-owned enterprises, Crown research institutes and Crown entities are aware of their obligation to contribute to a positive Crown Māori relationship, and if so, what precisely has he done?
Mr. Speaker, what precisely we've done is go around the country and holding engagement hui's with Māori, and anybody who's involved in those organisations that he spoke about, we're welcome to attend.
Has it been a priority since he became Minister to work out what his role in government is, and if so, what does he do?
Mr. Speaker, an announcement will be made very shortly about the scope of the portfolio. And let me say, I spent some 2 months engaging with Māori all across the country. They're very happy with the approach of the government, and one of the big things that the previous government did wrong, Mr. Speaker, was that they thought consultation with Māori involved meeting with 73 iwi leaders 3 or 4 times a year, when the feedback we've received from across the country is that we need to actually...
I'm going to interrupt the member. The rest of this answer is going to be heard in silence. I think that there's some interesting aspects to that reaction.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, Mr. Speaker, that one of the mistakes that the previous government made was thinking that consultation with Māori was restricted to about 73 iwi leaders, when what we were told, the feedback we received from Māori across the country was that we should be engaging with all Māori, and it's consistent with Article 2 of Te Tiriti o Waitangi, which says ka te kuini o ingarangi ka whakarite, ka whakaai ki ngā rangatira, ki ngā hapu, ki ngā tangata katoa o Nūtirini, te tino rangatiratanga o rātou whenua, o rātou kāinga, o rātou taonga. The words there that were most important is ngā tangata katoa o Nūtirini, all of the people of New Zealand, who in 1840, 99% were Māori.
What particular policies and programs has he initiated in his portfolio in the 10 months since he became the Minister?
Mr. Speaker, there's been quite a lot of work to, let me start to rattle a few off, working with Kohanga Reo to sort out their claim, working with Wānanga to sort out issues that they've had, working on specific, or working on with various iwi on matters that the previous government stuffed up, just as an example.
Was his role as chair of the Labour Māori caucus good preparation for his work in the portfolio? And if so, does he think his experience in, quote, organising the feeds while we had a yarn, close quotes, is being put to good use now that he's the Minister?
Mr. Speaker, no, because in our engagement hui's there are officials who organise the feeds, and they were actually very nice. Thank you very much.
Question number 9, Mark Patterson.
Mr. Speaker, to the Minister of Defence,